And he goes, yo man, I believe in everything you said up there. I support it. You're a good guy. Those are some great ideas. But man, you was depressing the shit out of me. That's some depressing shit you're talking about. Holy shit, I want to shoot myself. He goes, you gotta tell a joke once in a while, man. But good job. And he walks out. I go, cool, cool. Little did that dude know, number one, I ain't telling jokes. Number two, that was the best compliment I ever got. If that dude's life was messed up because of what I said, then that's good. That's what I want. Because here's the deal. I'm going to tell you what depresses me. You want to hear what depresses me? Seeing 11-year-old girls walking up and down my street, taking pictures of themselves in their underwear, putting it online, high school kids seeing that, and nobody really having a problem with it. That's what depresses me. You know what depresses me? You want to know what makes me want to shoot myself? When I see people doing things like taking little toddlers, ripping their hair out, kicking them down the stairs, and it's on the news. And it's always on the news. Everyone loves the news. We brought you the news first. Don't leave. I'm going to bring you the news. Just watch your TV. And then the news comes on. Everyone's drooling in front of that TV. Then they run out and buy their Dunkin' Donuts and don't do anything about it. You're watching that news every night, but you got no intention of making a plan. That's what pisses me off. You know what else makes me want to shoot myself? I'll tell you. The fact that Chris Brown beat the living hell out of Rihanna, and now he's on a track with her, and no one really gives a shit. Just so you girls know, everything goes now. You look at me the wrong way, if I slap you in the mouth, if I pull you by the hair and knock you out in that parking lot, no dude's gonna come to your defense now. I rule. I'm the guy. Chris Brown beat the shit out of his girlfriend, and our country welcomed him with open arms. Not only will most guys not step in and put an end to it, most guys will pat me on the back and go, you know what, the bitch deserved it. That's how you girls are being treated right now. You're the bitch that if you get out of control, you get a smack in the mouth. If you disagree with me, just go look at our culture. I've been using a reference all week about the Steve Wilkos show, okay? Listen to what I'm about to say. Steve Wilkos had an episode where he had all these teenage girls come in, and he asked them, do you think Rihanna deserved to get hit? Half the audience, at least half the hands went up. Now here's the thing, right? I'm thinking about it, and this occurred to me recently. What type of little girls are going to the Steve Wilkos show? Probably girls who like what Steve Wilkos has to say. What does Steve Wilkos say? Don't let guys hit you. Don't get into drugs. Don't let a guy pressure you into sex. So, you got these teenage girls, and in that socially conscious crowd, half of them raise their hand, half of them, if I went out on the streets and grabbed 100 random girls, if half of those girls raised their hand in Steve Wilkos' audience, can you imagine if I randomly grabbed just any old girl off the street? Honestly, guys, if I grabbed 100 of them and 98 of their hands went up, or 95, or 99, I really wouldn't be surprised at this point. It is that bad. I'm optimistic. I'm always about change, but I don't mind painting the kettle black and telling it just how it is. That's pretty scary. That's the equivalent. Picture if you took one of my crowd up in Massachusetts and got all the little teenage girls that go to the all ages shows when I'm speaking. It's as horrifying as if my audience, if half the teenage girls raise their hand. To me, it's just as bad. I'm a fucking little piece of sand in the ocean compared to Steve Wilkos. So it probably even happened in my audience too. I'll tell you else what pisses me off. It makes me want to shoot myself. I'm going to keep going on this since my man the other night had so much to say to me, so much constructive criticism. This makes me want to shoot myself, right? The fact that in this country, suicide and self-destruction is sold to you. We live in a world where kids who get made fun of, like Kelly said, go out and they think they're going to wreck themselves, shoot themselves, bring a gun to school, shoot somebody else, all this nonsense that is sold to them as the answer. And it is sold to you. It is sold to you. Every day it's like, oh, you know what? This kid got made fun of, he brought a gun to school, blah, 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 blah. It's like an option you have now. You have the option of going to school and massacring everybody. The thought was put in your head, right, man? Exactly. Because before Columbine, that didn't happen. That's what Columbine did. It gave kids another option. Look, man, if it's really getting out of control, one thing you can do is make a map of the school and come in with a rifle. That's something you can do now. It really is an option you have. Here's the problem, right? Many of these people, I don't look at these kids as bad people. I look at a lot of these kids as much like myself, much like most of you in here who got attracted to this music. It's really sad because a lot of these kids that get in trouble or end up in jail or do something really stupid because they're getting, made fun of, were probably really, really wonderful people who just didn't have someone looking after them, or maybe they didn't have someone in the band. That's why it's so important that you guys stayed, right?